Hello everyone, and welcome to another Tamagotchi unboxing video. This time I'm going to be unboxing and taking a look at the very exciting release, which is the Tamagotchi Uni, and this is effectively the first colour screen Tamagotchi to get a full international release. So previously, the Tamagotchi releases have either had releases just in Japan or outside of Japan, but not entirely international on the same release date. There was the exception of a Tamagotchi called the IDL, which did get a small limited English release, but mostly the colour screen Tamagotchis have not had international releases until now. So straight away off the bat, you'll notice that the packaging is in fact huge, and this is because the English packaging tends to be giant. The Japanese release, however, is what seems to be the same size as the Tamagotchi Smart packaging, which is effectively less than half the size of this box. So let's take a look with my handy dandy scissors. So, straight away off the bat, other than the huge packaging, you'll also notice that it is fairly reminiscent of the previous Japanese Tamagotchi release, which is the Tamagotchi Smart, which I've released many videos in the last few years, mainly because it has the band there is the Smart band, and my Smart, which I've very cleverly, if that even is a word, put in my pocket. So here is the Tamagotchi Smart. If you're wondering about the size comparison, I will show it off a little bit in this video, but I will have another video with the size comparison comparing to various other releases such as the On and the Pix. And there's so much sticky tape on this box, my gosh. So I'll just make everyone nervous and not... Wow, they have put an exceptionally large amount of sticky tape on this giant box. So quite a lot of scissor work is needed for this box. I am really struggling. But yeah, so you'll notice that it basically looks like the Smart, and it's more or less meant to be seen as a spiritual successor or a sequel to the Smart, but with various mechanics that were in the Tamagotchi Pix release. There we go, I finally have it open. So, you'll notice straight away, it's not a good use of the space of the box. You've got the instruction manual here, and you have a charging cable in a huge slot there. The Japanese release gets a fairly cool little booklet, which is called the Passport, and in this passport you can collect stickers from various releases and various events in Japan. We, however, do not get this. So straight away you'll see that these are real buttons, unlike what we had in the Smart, where it was only one real button, which is this one. All three of these are real buttons. You'll also notice it's clear at the back, which is kind of weird. Like, you can kind of see through it because it's translucent. That's a little bit weird. And you've also got the name of the project name, which was how we first found out about it, which says Swallow Uni, which is just not focusing on... There we are, Swallow Uni on the back there. And yeah, with charges at the bottom, there doesn't seem to be any cover like we had for the charging port for the Smart. It's just kind of out there in the open, but it does make it a lot more slim. Now, let's see if I can turn this on by pressing a button. It's not oh, it's that one. So we get to choose our language, so I'm going to choose English. But you can see that the choices of languages there, Japanese being the first one, and the rest are European languages. So we'll go with English. And then, what is the date? That is a good question. And I'm glad that it actually says where the month is, because otherwise I would have to cycle through to see what format that we have. So let's see, 18th, and it's 11:30. Oh, and I went past it. Pick date order on clock screen. Oh, okay, so we get to see what format. So, and now this is when I'm kind of thinking, like, what format do we use? We use date first, day first, rather. So, that one. Nickname. So, oops. Okay. So the Tamagotchi Uni has some online functionality called the Tamiverse, which is pretty cool. I'm just going to use my birth name. Oh, and that's not. There we are. I know it had an end. I don't know why I didn't just select end. When is my birthday? Good question. Pick where your Tamagotchi lives. Okay, that makes sense. I was about to say, like, what area of Tamatown? No, it's asking me where in the world. Here, okay? Also, fairly certain, I might be wrong here, but I'm fairly certain that this is the first Tamagotchi release that actually lets you select a language. Like, it doesn't just become pre-organized. That's funny. Read the privacy policy with this QR code. Yeah, sure. That's kind of funny, because I guess there's online mechanics with Tamiverse, which I'm sure I'll do a video on at some point. Set up Wi-Fi. I think I'll do that later. From network menu. See, I'll do that not in a video. Set up parent control. I'm not a parent. This is mine. Select egg. Ooh, let's go with purple. See, I will set up the Wi-Fi, not on a video. Okay, so we've got a pretty cool room. There's furniture already in there. Got kind of like a disco area kind of feel. Like it's got the disco floor going. I know they're just regular tiles. And it's raining outside, which is interesting because it's raining outside here. I would love, and obviously this isn't how it works because it's not connected to the internet. There's no way of it knowing what the weather is at the moment. But I would love if it had synchronized weather. Like, if it used Wi-Fi. I'm fairly certain this isn't how it worked. I mean, obviously not at the moment because, as I said, not connected. But it would be pretty neat if we had synchronized weather. Like, you could just check what the weather was on the Tamagotchi instead of, like, checking it on your phone. And the weather would be the same as whatever the real world weather is for the area. Like, that'd be pretty cool. But I don't think that's how it works. Will it let me do anything yet? No, it's just having the egg on the screen. I am pretty impressed that it let me pick the date format. That's something that I did not expect. I also wonder if it's going to have... Oh, adorable! The baby's so cute. I'm also wondering if it's going to have similar... the seasons will be reflected by whatever region you chose to start, like in Animal Crossing. Okay, so it's giving me a little tutorial. So the icon setup is very reminiscent of the Smart, but obviously no touchscreen. It is nice to have real buttons again. Can I spam feed? Oh good, I can spam feed. I do love spam feeding. Okay, it only lets me have... Oh yeah, for the snacks, right. So far it does, and this is the way that a lot of people have been describing the experience of the Tamagotchi Uni, but it feels definitely a lot like if the Smart and Pix were combined, which, judging by that alone, that will probably make this my favourite Tamagotchi release. Okay, we can change rooms, and there's multiple rooms, that's cool. And that's also reminiscent of the Tamagotchi Pix, how you could just swipe across to go to the different rooms and check out the garden. I do appreciate that it's got more than just the Tamagotchi Smart, which just had, like, you swipe outside, oh, that's the clock, and it's just a patio. Like, that's it. Like, I do like how the Pix and the Uni let you go between rooms. Like, I feel like that's a pretty cool functionality there. And C puts us back to where we are before. How do I get the clock? Okay, we've got the phone, which is the same. Can't use now because I'm a baby, but also I have to set up the Wi-Fi. Items. Oh, we have an item. I fixed this building blocks. No, it's a cleaning robot. Rattle. Oh yeah, the baby always gets a rattle. That makes sense. This feels really great. This does feel a lot like a combination between the Tamagotchi Smart and the Pix, which, again, just to reiterate, that definitely ticks all the boxes for my enjoyment of this Tamagotchi, because I love the Smart, but I preferred the Pix. But the Pix is huge. Like, I do have it to the side here in preparation for my size comparison video, and this is the size of the Pix. Like, the Pix is huge. Like, the downfall of the Pix is its huge size. Like, I'm definitely preferring the Uni's small size. And again, it's even smaller than the Smart, it seems, which makes sense because the Smart had the ability to insert content via the Smart cards. And of course, if you're curious about what that looks like, check out any of my videos to do with the Tamagotchi Smart. But so far, yeah, pretty impressed with the functionality on this. I'm guessing I can't go out yet because I'm a baby. And this is just the local connection, which is actually how you can unlock 2 of the adults from the Tamagotchi Uni. I do have a second one coming at some point, so I will do a video on the connectivity between local Tamagotchi. But otherwise, the main draw of the Uni is the Wi-Fi, which I will be setting up shortly. But yeah, so I do like how you can change rooms. Again, that's the same as on the Pix. The Pix let you change to some rooms, not this many. I'm still not sure how to bring the clock up though. Is that under status? Maybe I'm dumb. Is it 2 buttons at once? No. Yeah, I have no idea how to bring the clock up. I will guess I'll read the manual for that. It's quite a hefty manual. Yuchi, and he's a bold personality, which is a functionality from the Uni. They have personality, so that's pretty cool. And the care icon, that's same as the Smart. And sound. It would have been nice if it gave me levels, like, to choose from, other than just on and off. I'll have it on for now. Yeah, it is not immediately clear to me how to check the clock. But overall first impressions are pretty positive. Again, big fan about how just lifting up the toilet bowl, that's kind of cute. Yeah, big fan about how I can change the rooms. Makes it feel a lot more realistic than just confining this Tamagotchi to one room, except for when eating or when sleeping, which is in the case of the Smart. So we also have the band here, which seems to be a little bit more civilized than the smart one. It actually has this clasp here. I'm probably not going to be wearing it on my wrist at all. I didn't really wear it on my wrist with the Tamagotchi Smart, so I can't imagine wearing it on my wrist for the Uni, but I will for the purpose of this video. So, pretty standard watch clasp design. It feels like it's a little... needs to go to the toilet, so it's telling me to take it to the toilet. It is interesting having a tutorial, rather than just assuming that you know what to do with it. Yeah, I feel like you got a care icon. Toilet count 1. Good job. But that's interesting. You get achievements. But yeah, so the band does feel like it's a little bit longer than the one for the Smart. But yeah, I'm trapped. Yeah, I can't imagine wearing it on my wrist. It's just a little bit too bulky. So I'll just struggle to take that off. But yeah, those are my initial thoughts on the Tamagotchi Uni. So far, I'm pretty positive. I will, of course, be doing a full review video where I'll be saying should you buy it or not, comparing it with other releases, and of course, in a separate video, I'll be doing a size comparison just so people get their general idea about how small it is. It's a good size. I like the Smart. That's something that I said that the Smart has over the Tamagotchi Uni. The Tamagotchi Pix, is the fact that the Pix is huge and the Smart is a nice, comfortable size and not too wide either. So yes, that's the Swallow Uni, which still, that's funny to me. I'm glad they kept that on the back there. But yeah, so that's it for the Tamagotchi Uni. I'll be doing various videos about the Tamiverse, size comparisons, reviews, etc. just as things come up, I guess. I'll be also doing a video about the exclusive downloads that you get with the exclusive codes, which I believe, from what I've seen so far, from the codes that you can get in Japan on the stickers, they appear to be 3-use only, so you can only enter the codes on 3 devices, which, I mean, it's fine, it's better than 1, but it means that it's not that fantastic for long-time release and long-time use of the Tamagotchi Uni. So that is something I'm worried about in terms of longevity of the whole thing. In any case, those are my first initial impressions for the Tamagotchi Uni. Let me know your thoughts, comments, questions, etc. And of course, what kind of content you'd like to see from me about the Tamagotchi Uni. Let me know all that and more in the comment section below. Like this video for... hopefully I get Shy Coochie, who doesn't appear to be on the box, but he is my favourite of the new characters. Yeah, there he is. He's perfect. I love him so very much. So in any case, like this video for Shy Coochie, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have subscribed, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbours, and of course, I'll see you in the next video. Bye! And it's already calling for my attention, and it's sick. Anyway, bye!